Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Nick here, back with a brand new video. Today we're going to be discussing a project that I haven't made a video on yet, as well as discussing XRP. As you guys know, very bullish on XRP, still remain bullish overall. So yeah, I mean, let's jump into this. But right before we start, I do want to say, if you guys have been enjoying the content, please leave a like, subscribe, and turn notifications on. It helps the channel grow immensely, and a lot of people aren't subscribed that are watching. So if you guys do enjoy the content, definitely, I would advise you to subscribe. So nonetheless, let's look at XRP, right? XRP is sitting at number 6 in terms of overall market cap, right? We've been watching it kind of fight for kind of dominance over Dogecoin, which is funny to even mention because they're both just completely different overall projects with, a ton of, different use cases overall. And when I say a ton of different use cases, I mean, no use cases for Doge and a ton of use cases for XRP. So for XRP to be battling in terms of market cap for Doge, it really tells us just kind of how undervalued XRP is, even at $1.03. So the reason why I want to talk about XRP is, we could be seeing a massive, gain in terms of price for XRP, right? I mentioned in one of my past videos, right, we were talking about the all-time high for XRP. Now this all-time high right here is completely wrong, right? So $3.30 is not the all-time high. I wish that, pretty much Coinbase Pro still had it listed, or I should say Coinbase itself still had XRP listed, because the all-time high is actually technically up here. This is at about a $3.85. If I come down a little bit in price, I know it's about $3.84. I guess $3.83.5 would be just fine as well. So I want to look at this overall, because if we come back here, this is pre 2017, 2018, pretty much prices, right? And we go to the price range. We go from the bottom back here. This is, April of 2017. And we go to not the top of that candle, but the top of this right here, right? And this is actually not even the bottom. Actually, let's move the EMA, and also let's turn off the volume MA. So let's go to the true bottom of this price point, which is about right here. So if we look here, and this actually technically isn't the full bottom. If we look here, there's still more, but I do want to actually get a price from the 2017 run. So there we go. That might be a little bit over dramatic. So 1 second, let me just zoom in and make sure that I have that candle. Right, there we go. That was an impulse wick. So there we go. So if we look here, right, from the past all-time high, in the past bull run of 2017 and 2018, we could see that XRP did 84,000% of an increase in price point, right? And the actual amount is actually 87,000%. It's just I can't get the specific price point. I'm forced to kind of use Bitstamp, which, a lot of all these exchanges kind of do have the wrong all-time high overall, except for Coinbase. But for the most part, even if we go over to Litecoin market cap, the actual all-time high is $3.92 here. So realistically speaking, if we were to go to 392, kind of see that a little bit under 86,000%, but it's actually technically 87,000%. But the reason why I mention this is a lot of people are saying that we can't reach the targets that a lot of people are kind of saying, like, for example, $50, right? I mentioned $50 XRP a couple days ago on my Twitter, right? And a lot of people were calling me crazy. $50 for XRP is not possible. It's never going to happen, whatever. And I do want to say right now, I think $50 for XRP is extremely possible, even more now than it ever was, right? Because we're really seeing a possible settlement happening right now in terms of the SEC case with the recent news, with Judge Netburn basically denying the SEC the memos, which is massive. It's a massive win for Ripple overall. So, if a settlement happens, major, relistings happen, clarity comes into the space for XRP only, because it is going to be the only crypto really to get that overall clarity. Besides, of course, if we look at like something like Hedera that has ABFT certification, then yeah, we could compare the two. But besides that, there isn't many other projects in this space that have that legitimacy. So me personally, I think XRP could easily hit $50 plus, especially if it is one of the most legitimate cryptos out there to really hold after the SEC case is basically closed. So what would we be looking at in terms of a price point for $50, right? Because I always like to look at percentages. Percentages, they're not 100% guaranteed to happen or anything like that, but I do like to compare and contrast overall market structures from the past bull runs to now, right? So say for so if we were to reach, $50, right? Because $50 is a massive target to reach. Massive overall in terms of market cap, right? Because at $22 we would be technically at a $1 trillion market cap. So at $44 we would be at $2 trillion, and at $50 we would be roughly at around almost $3 trillion in terms of overall market cap. It's not too crazy of that of a number. It's like 2.5 or so trillion dollars overall for the market cap, but it would only be about a 4,600% increase in price point, right? Now, I'm not thinking of, hey, we're going to do another 87,000% increase in price point, because technically we can't use the price that we're at right now overall, right? Because we need to use the low. So technically, if we go back to the March crash, because the March 2020 crash was a good price point to really use. So let me do that 1 second. So if we go back to March of 2020, here it is. So overall, that would be about a 48,960% increase in price point for XRP. And I just want to say that that is nearly half of what we did in 2017 and 2018. Now, if we do look at it on a wider scale, we can kind of see that this massive increase in price point is a lot more on a greater scale than what we did back here. But I do think that $50 is achievable for XRP. Now, do we think $50 plus this bull run? A lot of things would have to align for it to hit $50 plus this bull run. My conservative range is about $20 to $30, right? And that's conservative points, right? And I'm not saying that in terms of saying spewing hopium or anything like that. I just think that if we come down here to even $30, we'll just do that. That's about almost a 30,000% increase in price. Now that is nearly what Dogecoin did. It's actually a little bit more than Dogecoin. Dogecoin doing about a 26,000% increase in price point from its low to its current all-time high. So, technically speaking, XRP, pretty much the banker's coin. A ton of partnerships, over 300 plus enterprise financial institutions working with Ripple. Not only that, but massive, project adoption and innovation. I think that a 30% or 30,000% increase in price point to $20 to $30 is a very conservative point, and I think that it could actually happen this year overall. And it's really not me spewing hopium. If we really look at the statistics, and if we look at the possible relistings, in terms of the SEC case being dismissed, a lot of FOMO will happen, and don't ever underestimate FOMO. That's what brought Dogecoin to its all-time high. So me personally, I think a 30,000% increase in price point for XRP to really regain over that pretty much $1.6 trillion market cap overall, which would be the total market cap of crypto. But you guys already know that I personally see this space prospering within a few months, and I think that we're going to be reaching massive all-time highs. But yeah, I just wanted to really give you guys a scoop on, do I really think that $20 to $30 or even $50 for XRP is achievable? Yes, I do, overall. So let's talk about Litecoin, right? Because nobody's really talking about Litecoin in a way of, this could easily do a 5x from here, right? And by 5x, I mean from about $200 to reach that $1,000 range. $1,000 is my personal target for Litecoin, and I do think that it is easily achievable because it's nearly almost more than a 2x from our all-time high. It would be about a 2.3 or so. Now, if we do look at the price range, right? Because again, you guys know that I love the price range. We go back to that March of 2020 crash. That's pretty much our lowest point. And we go to that $1,000 range. It's only a 3,600% increase in price point. Now, again, Litecoin doesn't have a use case really behind it, right? But the reason why I think that this is easily achievable is because our previous all-time high was about $420, right? Now, I do think that a 2x, at least from our current all-time high, would be easily achievable to get that $840 mark. But I think once that is really cleared, I think $1,000 would be easily in our grasp. Again, have your safe exit point, but $180 right now is a decent buy in my opinion. It's nearly a price that we haven't seen since February, which is a really good buy in my opinion. With those juicy lows in that dip of March, almost the beginning of March, down to $154. So, technically, DCA in wouldn't be too bad of an idea here. We did see about $1 or $120 be breached here. That was pretty much during that massive dip. If you guys did buy that, awesome. I pretty much bought there as well. For the most part, I've been DCA in since around December, under $100. So right now, we are looking pretty decent in terms of profit, but I'm expecting this to be a massive runner very soon. A lot of the OG coins will be massive runners. We already seen ETC kind of do the same movement that we're expecting here. If we look here at Coinbase, so we see that this one really kind of outshined its 2017 and 2018 all-time high. If we actually kind of make a horizontal line here, it's just to really give us that overall target. It's about $50 almost, and we kind of nearly tripled that almost. Well, we actually did triple it, I should say. And if we do go from the all-time high or the all-time low in March of 2020, let me find it around here. We go to this all-time high. We can kind of see that we did almost a 5,000% increase in price point, and a lot of assets will probably do about a 5,000% increase from their March 2020 dip. Now, like I said, this did over a 3x from its current, all-time high, and I think that it still has a lot of leg room in it to move. But for the most part, if Litecoin does the same move up, it would be over, $1,200 plus. And I'm really thinking that that is very possible for Litecoin overall. But a lot of these OG coins are still moving and still kind of regaining their overall traction before the Bitcoin dump. EOS is another hold for me that I love. This one is pretty easy in terms of, in my opinion, an easy hold because we know that the all-time high, now it's not currently listed on Coinbase, the all-time high, but if we do look at Binance, we could see that the previous all-time high was about $22, and we did almost get there by hitting that $15 mark, but right now we are currently trading at about $6.30. So realistically right now, we could see about, give or take, a 4x. That would put us about at $24, which is a decent buy in my opinion right now on EOS, which would be about $6, right? If we can get this for $6, that's awesome. That would definitely give us a 4x overall. But like I said, a lot of these OGs, a lot of them didn't really breach their all-time high to go into price discovery yet. EOS is one of the ones that really kind of ranged a little bit lower. If we do look at Dash, for an example, Dash, again, is another buy that I have been mentioning to you guys a lot, on Twitter at least, because this one, now don't regard this wick. This is like a $5,000 wick. That's nothing to really look at. Overall, the real all-time high is here at about $1,600. Now, I do think that this one is a massively undervalued gem overall, and I do want to talk to you guys more about these OGs a little bit more in more videos to really give you guys some price updates on these. But Dash, in my opinion, is very undervalued in terms of the overall price structure of it. But yeah, nonetheless, those are some of the OG coins that I've been looking at and eyeing, but Litecoin is definitely one to look at because I think even at $1,000, we would only be at about an $84 billion market cap for the total diluted market cap. Now, if we look at the circulating supply to market cap ratio, it would be at about almost $68 billion in terms of market cap, which I think is pretty achievable overall. But like I said, it is looking good in terms of a buy, sitting at these lows, pretty much half of what its all-time high is. So me personally, definitely look into Litecoin if you guys are looking for pretty much a 5x in terms of price or profit. Now again, we did have other buys. I've been mentioning this one pretty much since, if we go to this, let's go to the 12-month. I've been mentioning this one since around this level here, which was around 150, 168 or so. But for the most part, I was mentioning this a lot back then before we got to that $400 range up here. So, I mean, me personally, I'm going to be definitely looking into buying more Litecoin at some lower levels if we do see them. For the most part, my bags are packed on the OG assets like Dash, ETC, EOS, Litecoin, etc. So me personally, if I do want to buy, it would definitely have to be a little bit lower right now. But nonetheless, if you guys enjoyed this video, like I said, leave a like, subscribe, and turn notifications on. If you guys do want more free knowledge, you guys can follow me on Twitter at NCashOfficial, and you guys could also join the Discord down in the description below for free. But nonetheless, I hope that you guys are having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out.